Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to talk about the Medicaid process. I want to help you understand the basics of the Medicaid application process. The three items that will be reviewed during the application are your income, your assets, and transfers. Keep an eye out for more videos on those. But today, income is the area that we're going to talk about, and that's the area that people commonly believe will cause them to be disqualified. I have assisted hundreds of families to meet the qualifications for Medicaid long-term care. However, I'm a consultant that guides families through the process. I am not an attorney. When your loved one is in a nursing home and you learn that Medicare is going to stop paying because they have reached the 100 days of skilled nursing care allowed, or your loved one's experiencing dementia and you're exhausted providing for their care and you need help, it's common for people to believe that they make too much money to qualify for Medicaid long-term care. Well, it's important to understand that Medicaid has many different programs, or I like to call them boxes. Each program has its own set of rules, and you have to fit inside that program's box. Most Medicaid programs do have an income limit. However, not all of them do. Check your state's long-term care program to see if income has a limit. It's very important to understand this concept. The long-term care program does have an asset limit, which we're going to talk about later in another video. Well, next we're going to talk about whose income is whose. If you're married or a registered domestic partner, then you each have your own income. Most people get Social Security. Some people have pensions, others have rental income or VA benefits. There are lots of ways people receive income. If you receive Social Security, that belongs to you. If you're married and jointly own multiple houses, for example, and draw income from renting those houses, then the income belongs to both of you. If your spouse gets qualified for Medicaid, then that person's income will be used to help pay for their care. This leaves the healthy spouse with only their own income. This can create a problem for the healthy spouse if their own income is not enough to cover household expenses, such as a mortgage, insurance, utilities, property taxes. In this case, if you can show the expenses for the household, the state can allow some of that ill person's income to be used to help with those expenses. A few years ago, Dawn, my client, had a spouse in memory care. She was running out of money and she was referred to me by her accountant. She and her spouse had owned a piece of property that sold 2 years prior. The income from the sale of that property caused them to have a surcharge on their Medicare Part B premium. The higher your adjusted gross income, the more you pay for Part B and Part D. This is called IRMA, Income-Related Monthly Adjustment Amount. If you collect Social Security, you know that Part B premium is deducted from your monthly benefit check. Well, Dawn's Social Security benefit was about $600 a month, which it's not that important if your spouse makes more money and it covers all the expenses. Well, once that property sold and the income had raised their taxes, their Part B premium, Dawn's Social Security check income was reduced to $94 a month. If Dawn's spouse's income was going to be used to pay for care, it's really important for her to preserve assets. Who can live on $94 a month? I want to be clear. If you sell a property and get a surcharge on your Part D and Part B premiums, that surcharge is not going to be there forever. IRMA is calculated and applied each year based on your income from the 2 years prior. So in 2025, they're going to look at your 2023 tax return and see if IRMA surcharge applies. I tell you this story because Dawn's income of $94 a month is not enough money. Protecting assets is what allowed Dawn to remain in her home once her spouse qualified for Medicaid long-term care. It's important for you to know where your income comes from, who the income belongs to. If your spouse's income is going to pay for their care, what assets do you have that can be preserved? Watch the video on assets for more information on asset preservation. Remember, I'm a guide. Your situation might need an attorney. Not all elder law attorneys understand Medicaid law, and that could cost you thousands. Do your homework. I have many more videos that are coming, and so take a minute to subscribe if you want to keep track of the videos that I'm going to be posting. Thanks for watching. See you next week.